Josh Duggar looks very happy with his new wife. Married without telling anyone, surprised by introducing the new wife on the wedding stage in front of everyone. What is the meaning of separating such a beautiful family and getting married again? Let us know the meaning of this meaning in today's video. But before that, there is another thing. Jill Dillard, née Duggar, the eldest daughter of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, is perhaps best known for her role in the Duggar family's wildly popular TLC series 19 Kids and Counting, which chronicled the lives of her parents and their 19 children. Over the years, Jill, along with her siblings, became a household name, known for their strict religious upbringing and the family's unique brand of conservative Christianity. The Duggars' lives were often on display for public consumption, making Jill's story one of both fame and deep personal reflection, especially as she began stepping away from the public spotlight in more recent years. Jill's journey has been far from straightforward. After spending much of her early adulthood under the watchful eye of her parents and the strict rules of the Institute in Basic Life Principles, IBLP, which Jim Bob and Michelle adhered to, she has gradually carved out a new life for herself and her family with her husband, Derek Dillard, and their 3 sons, Israel, Samuel, and Frederick. While the Duggars' brand of evangelical Christianity and their public persona has been a significant part of her identity for many years, Jill's personal journey has evolved into something much more nuanced, marked by both growth and painful experiences. ###, a personal journey away from the spotlight. In recent years, Jill and Derek have distanced themselves from the Duggar family's public life. This decision became even more poignant following the controversy surrounding her older brother Josh Duggar, who was arrested in 2021 on charges related to child pornography. The event sent shockwaves through the Duggar family, with Jill and her younger sister Jessa both publicly speaking out about the trauma they had endured growing up in the family. Jill's decision to step away was not only a personal choice, but also a reaction to the public fallout from Josh's arrest and the way her family handled the situation. Despite these strained relationships, Jill and Derek have continued to prioritize their own family, focusing on raising their children and creating a more peaceful and authentic life outside of the constraints that once governed their existence. Jill has openly shared with her followers that, while she still maintains some relationships with her family, especially with her cousin Amy Duggar King and a few of her siblings, her relationship with her parents has undergone significant change. Jill has spoken about the importance of boundaries in her life, and in a November 2024 Instagram Q&A, she revealed that she and her parents were working on rebuilding their relationship, but still keeping healthy boundaries in place. ###, a heartbreaking loss and personal reflection. One of the most poignant moments in Jill's life came in April 2024 when she and Derek shared devastating news with their followers. They had suffered the heartbreaking loss of their stillborn daughter, Isla Marie. Jill was 4 months pregnant when doctors informed her that the baby had died in utero. The couple later held a small memorial service to honor Isla's short life, a private moment of grief that was shared with their followers through social media posts. While Jill and Derek did not reveal the presence of any other family members at the memorial, the emotional weight of the loss was palpable, and many of their followers reached out with words of support during such an incredibly difficult time. Losing Isla was a moment that reshaped Jill's perspective on life, grief, and motherhood. The Dillard family's transparent approach to their grief process, including photos from their intimate memorial service, allowed Jill to connect on a deeper level with fans who had followed her journey for years. Despite the loss, Jill and Derek continued to share their journey of healing, taking time to reflect on Isla's memory while also focusing on their family and faith. Later that same month, Jill and her family found themselves in another frightening situation when a series of devastating tornadoes ravaged parts of Arkansas. While their home was fortunately spared, the Dillards were not far from the path of the storm. In a series of Instagram stories, Jill documented the tense moments when she and her children hid in a reinforced closet to ride out the storm. With her kids wearing helmets and munching on snacks to cope with the stress, Jill's followers could see just how real and terrifying the situation was. The family, however, remained safe, and Jill used the opportunity to express gratitude for their safety while reminding her followers about the unpredictability of life and the importance of holding close the people who matter most. #### a new chapter, rebuilding relationships. Throughout 2024, Jill continued to navigate the complexities of rebuilding her relationship with her parents, Jim, Bob, and Michelle. While it's clear that Jill's journey away from her family's more public, rigid lifestyle has been difficult, she has also made it clear that her goal is not to cut ties, but to create space for healing and change. In a candid Instagram post, Jill shared her perspective on the process, noting that it was a rebuilding phase, but one in which she maintained healthy boundaries for her own well-being. The process of reconciling with her family, particularly her parents, has been a journey of self-discovery for Jill. The deep-seated beliefs and practices instilled by her parents and the IBLP have shaped her life in profound ways, but Jill has been vocal about finding her own voice, including distancing herself from certain aspects of her past that no longer align with her values. This process has involved redefining her relationship with her faith, her family, and her own identity, which she has shared in various interviews and on social media. Despite the challenges, Jill has remained close to some family members, notably her cousin Amy Duggar King, who has also been outspoken about her differing views on the Duggar family's strict practices. Amy and Jill have maintained a strong bond throughout the years, and their connection has provided Jill with a sense of support that has been crucial as she navigates the complexities of her family's public and private dynamics. #### a bombshell revelation, counting the cost. In 2023, Jill took another significant step in her personal journey by releasing her second book, Counting the Cost. The book was a deeply reflective account of her life growing up in the Duggar household, and it included several bombshell revelations that shed light on her experiences as a child and young adult within the tightly controlled world of the IBLP. One of the most shocking disclosures in the book was Jill's account of how her father, Jim Bob, had manipulated her into signing a contract with TLC to appear on the family's reality shows. Jill explained that at the time, she was too young and naive to fully understand what she was agreeing to and that her father had not adequately explained the terms of the contract. This revelation, along with other candid details in the book, further illustrated the power dynamics at play in the Duggar family and the ways in which Jill, like many of her siblings, had been subjected to decisions made that has been crucial as she navigates the complexities of her family's public and private dynamics. #### a bombshell revelation, counting the cost. In 2023, Jill took another significant step in her personal journey by releasing her second book, Counting the Cost. The book was a deeply reflective account of her life growing up in the Duggar household, and it included several bombshell revelations that shed light on her experiences as a child and young adult within the tightly controlled world of the IBLP. One of the most shocking disclosures in the book was Jill's account of how her father, Jim Bob, had manipulated her into signing a contract with TLC to appear on the family's reality shows. Jill explained that at the time, she was too young and naive to fully understand what she was agreeing to and that her father had not adequately explained the terms of the contract. This revelation, along with other candid details in the book, further illustrated the power dynamics at play in the Duggar family and the ways in which Jill,